Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. In this problem solving session, we're going to be solving probabilities. So what I encourage you to do is to pause the video as soon as you see the question, try and solve it yourself, and then watch me go through it. If you have any questions along the way, please leave them in the comments. Now before we get started, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel, as it is the best way to support me and this channel and my desire to bring high quality, easy to consume tutorials to you at no cost. So let's check it out.
At a large tech company, 52% of sales representatives are women, and 44% of sales representatives having a management position are women. There are various types of management positions. Okay, fine. Given that 25% of the sales representatives have management positions, we wish to find. So the first thing I would do here is identify everything they've given me. So I know that the probability of an employee being a woman is 52%. I also know that 25% of the representatives have management positions, so we'll call that M. The probability of being in management is 25%. But we also know that 44% of the representatives with management positions are women. So this means that the probability of being a woman, given that they are in management, is 44%. It's important to understand that because it didn't say that 44% of all employees are women in management positions. They said 44% of those in a management position are women. So out of the managers, 44% of them are women. We express it as a conditional probability. First question we're trying to solve is, what percentage of the representative? The first question is, what is the percentage of sales representatives that have a management position and are women? So the key here is and. So we're looking for the probability of being in a management and being a woman. So for this, since we're looking for and, you can use the multiplication rule. So the probability of being in a management multiplied by the probability of being a woman given that they're in management. And if you write it out this way, you can see that we have both components we need. So 0.25 is the probability of being in management. 0.44 is the probability of being a woman given that they are in management. So the answer to the first question would be 0.11 or 11%. Next, you're asked the percentage of the female sales representatives that have a management position. So now we're looking for what is the probability of being in management given that the employee is a woman. Once again, it's important to understand that that's even what they're asking you. The percentage of the female representatives that have management positions. So out of the females, what percentage of them are managers? Out of the women, what percentage of them are managers? Or if an employee is a woman, what is the probability of being a manager? This is a conditional probability. The formula for conditional probabilities is the intersection, so manager and woman, over the probability of what's given, the condition, in this case being a woman. So we have this because in the first question, we actually answered the numerator. So we know that the intersection of manager and woman is 0.11. And the denominator is given to us in the question, it's 0.52. So the answer is 0.2115 or 21.15%. Question number 3. The percentage of the sales representatives that have a management position and are men. Okay, so we're looking for the probability of being a manager and not being a woman. So we're going to assume that there's only two options here, either being a woman or not being a woman. So the percentage of the sales representatives that have management positions and are men or are not women. So similar to before, we're going to take the probability of being in management and multiply it by the probability of not being a woman given they're in management. Now let's see if we have this information. We have the probability of being in management, that's 25%. We also know that 44% of the managers are women. So we can infer from that, if I do 1 minus 0.44, that 0.56% of the managers are not women. It's just a basic complement rule. If 44% of the managers are women, 56% of the managers are not women. So the probability of being in management is 25%. The probability of not being a woman given they are managers is 0.56. So the answer here is 0.14 or 14%. Question number 4. The percentage of the male sales representatives that have a management position. So again, this is a conditional probability. We're telling you that we're looking at the male representatives and asking you the probability of being in management. So we're looking for the probability of being in management given that the employee is not a woman. So the formula is the intersection between management and not a woman divided by the probability of not woman. We have the intersection. We solved it just above. So 0.14. And to find the probability of the workforce that is male or not female, we're going to use 1 minus the probability of being a woman. So if we look back, that was 52%. So 1 minus 0.52 is 0.48. And that's our denominator. So the answer to this would be 0.2917 or 29.17%.
All right, everyone. So that's it for the video. I hope that you found it useful. Once again, if you have a question, please leave it in the comments, and I will see you guys at the next video.